Okay, if you are a gnome lover, yes, you know who you are. We have a perfect collection for you from our friends at Hunkydory, and Heidi has been making some very fun projects. So please come play with us. So we're going to begin with the topper collection, and this has got just everything you're going to need. Well, almost everything. So you can see that this is going to have 8 sheets. You're going to get 2 each. No, I guess there are 8 different ones, and you also get foiled cardstock and printed cardstock, and you get this inspiration sheet, so that's always nice. In addition, we also have Hunkydory generally does spot foiling on their cardstock, but sometimes they do an edge-to-edge foiling, and that's how they term it. So this is Gnome for Christmas foiled edge-to-edge cardstock, and I'll show you what Heidi has used. In addition, there is this Picture Perfect pad. Now this is 8 by 8. There are 48 double-sided papers, 12 designs, you get 4 of each. So that is also going to be shown. So let's get started with our very first card. We'll move in a little bit closer so you can really see it. And this has a fun technique in the front. So this is going to stand up very nicely. Okay, so that's the standing up version. And it has this pop-out part, which I think is fun. So we're going to start with our regular card base, but we're going to add this piece. So this part is going to be 5 by 6.5, our standard size. And then you're going to cut another piece of cardstock, which is also going to be 6.5 by 5, okay? And then Heidi recommends that you put it on any scoreboard that you have. She likes to use the Hunkydory one, which of course we have, and it has an attachable bone folder. So you're just going to place the 5-inch side against the marker, okay? And going to go 3/4 of an inch and do a score line, 1.5 inches, 3 inches, and 4.5. So that's going to leave this little 1/2 inch flap. That's going to get attached to the card. So let me show you that. Okay, bring this out of the way. So then you're going to do some folding. So you're going to do mountain, valley, mountain, valley. So it's just an accordion fold. So mountain goes up, valley goes down. Mountain goes up, valley goes down. Okay, so you've got this piece. Is that looking familiar to you? Yeah. Then you're going to attach this to the front of your card. Now I'm going to turn this one over just to show you. So you'll put extra sticky tape on the back side of that last part, and then you'll remove it and attach it at the bottom of the card front. Now you're going to cover this up, so don't worry about that being there. Just want to make sure to have that fold even with the end of your card, okay? So super easy, so that works. Then you're going to do some covering, okay? So what Heidi has done, this is the collection of toppers that she has used, and here is the printed cardstock. Well, you can see that the printed cardstock is going to give us a little girl gnome. So you can cut it to fit the front of your card. Another way is you can take this and put glue around the edge or tape, whatever you use. Position this along the bottom and flush with one edge. Press down, turn it over, and just cut along the other 2 edges. That's going to allow you to do it without any measuring, something that's really handy. Now, when I look at this little guy, I notice that there is a center one, there is this little striped frame, and then this larger frame. So we're just going to use the center and then that striped frame. So the striped frame gets positioned over our little girl. Now notice that you are going to end up trimming a little bit at the bottom and a little bit at the right if you do it exactly like Heidi has done it. So that worked nicely. The center one, you're going to foam tape right here. Now the season's greetings, well, that's one of the toppers right there. So that's going to get foam taped above our little girl. Now she did use Hunkydory's bow maker and our red ribbon set to make a bow and zot it in place, okay? In fact, whenever you see a bow, that's what Heidi has used to make it perfect. Then we're going to go into the other layers. So I'm going to go back to that sheet, and you can see that there is the green stripe. Well, she's just going to use a piece of that to go on this layer, and then she uses this border that's on the topper sheet, okay, because it's foiled. Just glued that into the center. Right down here, she went back to this sheet, and you can see that that's going to match. So in fact, she used this one. So you've got the red part at the top and that cute little border down at the bottom with one fell swoop. So you're using several pieces, but you're still going to have some left. Now, then there's no one else I'd rather be with this Christmas. Well, that's right here. And that's going to get foam taped on top. Then she has added some of the gold and silver sparkles. Here it is. So you can see 2 here and 2 on the corners. So when you're looking at it, you've got them on the 4 corners. And then some smaller ones here, here, and in her hand. So that worked nicely. Now, that's the front of the card. So we still have the inside of the card. Here we go. Like I said, you still had some more of this left. So what she did is she took the green in the center and then cut 2 strips to go on each side, okay, with those little hearts, and placed them and glued them so that the hearts are facing the center of the card. Okay, now you've got more toppers left on this sheet, so we haven't begun to use all of them, but you can see the little girl is right here. She has just been glued down flat. That little gnome there, he is foam taped up just a little bit. So using our 400 foam tape squares, that's going to work because that's a thinner foam tape. With Love at Christmas right here, Believe in the Magic of Christmas right here. So you've got lots of things going on. More of the crystals in the corners right here, here. And another bow just finishes it all off. So you've got some fun things going on with this card and a good technique that you can replicate in another place. Now we're going to go to our next card and more of our gnomes. Now this too has a little bit going on, and you can see this is using that edge-to-edge cardstock. Oh wow, isn't that nice? Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to cut that into 9 inches by 6.5. Okay, going to do some more scoring. So going from the left side, 2.5 inches, score, 3 inches, score, 5 inches, and score. Okay, now we're going to also fold these. So we're going to start with a mountain and a valley, you see, and then another mountain. And that's going to give us this card. In fact, let me just show it to you again. So here's our card, and that's what it's doing on the front. Again, it's going to stand up very easily, and you just kind of have a little bit of extra space the way that Heidi has done this. Okay, when you have scored those, if you didn't use the score, the adorable scoreboard, you do want to make sure that you use a bone folder, because you really want to make those nice and crisp folds. And so that's what I always do. Okay, now we're going back here. And this, so you've seen that piece. Heidi has added some other things, but this time she's using out of the 8x8 paper. Now look what it does. You've got all of this art on every single sheet, but you also have an all-over pattern on the back of it. So these are the 2 we're using. Here's the other one. So you just got so much art in there. So that's fun. So what Heidi has done is she has taken this little guy and trimmed it out, allowing that wood border to show. She matted it on to our gold cardstock. That's going to give it some nice stability, and plus it's going to give it some shine, which is going to play with the paper that was used, that cardstock. So that has been foam taped, only the bottom of it to the bottom of the card, okay? Because you want to have this able to float. Okay, she did use that red ribbon set again and tied a piece here. Okay, so you've got that. Now, she has also gone into the Sparkling Season cutting dies. So this is unusual for Heidi, but perfect for the season. So she has gone into that, and she elected to do the snowflake. Now the snowflake is right here. So she die cut it out of this paper as well as out of our metallic gold. And you can see the two layers that she has placed together. Now she's just gluing them down and allowing that top layer to kind of flutter a little bit. So that works nicely. She went back to the same gold and silver sparkles that she used in the first card to give us one right here. And she's done a second one for that top layer. Now, also the Christmas greetings dazzles. There they are. So she has used the small ones, the holly jolly right there. Something else that she did with the bow. Do you see those little pieces going out of it? Those are spokes from the gold snowflake. And I thought that was interesting because I've never kind of seen that done before. So she just almost looks like holly, doesn't it? So she's just got two little spokes under there. So that looks nice. And you really get a lot of shine. Now on the inside of her card, she first covered it with the back of this paper. And so there you go. And that is across the whole piece. Then she took a border, well, it's actually, she made a border out of a strip of the edge-to-edge cardstock. Doesn't that work nice? So we've used it as a card, but you can also use these pieces to make a decorative border, as she has done here. Isn't that pretty? And she wrapped the red ribbon around it, made another bow with her bow maker. The snowflake, she has cut one and cut it in half, placed it on each side. But then she also took our new this year, Merry Christmas. It's really a nice, significant size. Now she die cut it out of gold and out of white. You can see the gold at the bottom and just offset those ever so slightly and glued them in place, or you can use the sticky specks in place, whatever you like. And there's also more of those spokes of the snowflakes down underneath that bow. So nice done. So she's got two freestanding cards, which is also nice. Okay, I've got another for you, and let me show you. Look at that. Okay, now these gnomes she brought in from our dazzles. Look at that. Okay, so that's fun. She's got an interesting technique for doing that. So we are going to go into our edge-to-edge cardstock again, and we're going to make a gatefold card. So we're going to cut this to be 10 inches by 6.5 inches. Then we're going to score it in the middle. That will make our card. Well, wait a second, you're not going to score it in the middle. So you've got 10 by 6.5, I misspoke. And you're going to score 2.5 inches in from each edge. That is going to give you this, okay? So you're just going to have those two score lines, and you're going to put them in valley folds and bring them into the center. Now that's the basis for this card, and then you're going to turn it on its side, just like this. So that's what this card is. It is a sideways gatefold out of edge-to-edge glitter dotted cardstock. How neat is that? Okay. Now what she has done is she's created these two gnome pieces. And I told you she had something unique going on. Well, she took, this is our glitter acetate. And what it has, it's got glitter embedded. It will not rub off. You will not wear it. You are safe, okay? And what it has is it is placed on a piece of white cardstock. However, I just want to pull this up so you can see. Okay, so there's the cardstock, and there is the glitter. Okay, you see it, lots of glitter. It is gorgeous. It's beautiful, like on top of a die cut or a topper or something. It just gives you that glitter shine. But what Heidi did that's different, that I hadn't seen before, is she lifted up her dazzle, placed it on top of this, and then colored it in. And I thought that was really interesting. So she colored directly onto this. Now, she left the backing attached, and then after she colored it, she cut around the image with our 4.5-inch scissors. So you just want a short bladed scissors. Okay, you see it's short. This is 4.5 inches long, but the blade is only like, gosh, 1.5 inches. But that's going to give you more precision as you're cutting around the edge of that dazzle. It's just clever. I've not seen this done before. So you can see she used the tri-blend markers because they are alcohol-based, and that will color on top of the acetate and cut those out. Now, for the backing, she used another piece of the edge-to-edge glitter. That's right, she's using all the stuff. Cut this, matted it onto the gold glitter cardstock, and cut 2 strips, just like that. She did foam tape the gnomes on top. Now, because this is a gatefold card, you want to make sure that on the left side, you're just attaching the top of this to the top of the card. This side, you're attaching the bottom to the bottom of the card. That way, it opens. Otherwise, well, if you glue them down, it's not going to open, and that's going to be disappointing. Okay. Now, are these hints helpful? You know, just want to help you. The dazzles, again, the Christmas greetings. So you've got the joy, cheer, fun, love, peace, and joy. She also used the star dazzles, as I showed you earlier, and those are fun. You can add them into their hats, into his wand, which is perfect. And the other thing that happens is the parts that you don't color, they're going to sparkle. They're just going to sparkle like his beard. Very fun. Now, she did use the gold border dazzles. You can see a piece here and here and here. So you could leave your card closed, put those on, and then snip them, however you want to do that. Okay, now let's go into the inside of the card and see what she's done. So again, she has this, so you can use that to cover the inside of your card. And then she's done about a 3/4 inch strip of the glitter cardstock on each side. Now these are from the Gnome dazzles, so you can see the holly is right there. Same thing, it's exactly what she did. Put it on top of the glitter acetate, and then trim them out and place them. This is our Merry Christmas cutting die. One more time. Again, 2 layers. This is out of the gold, obviously, but it also has the dark dotted underneath it. So that's nice. Now, because this is going to open all the way, she elected to put another piece of the dotted on the front, on the top and on the bottom, as well as the border dazzles and the star dazzles, just to have everything coordinated. So you're getting lots of glitter and shine and still using our gnomes. Now, the ribbon down here is from our 1/8 inch glimmer ribbon. You can see it's been wrapped. So she wrapped it and then, let's see, wrapped it at the bottom and then twisted it. And so you've got them linking in the middle. She did it on both of those, so that's nice. No, just a little bow on the inside. Okay, so that is our 3rd card. We've got one more. And she also did some fun things with this. So let me show you. Here is our last card, and you'll notice that the corners are rounded. Well, I was very pleased to see that Crafter's Companion came out with this corner punch, and it's just really nice. So let me just show you. I've got another piece of cardstock, and I'm just going to show you what you do. You just put it in, push down, And you've got, that happens to be a small corner. Well, let's just show you all of them while we're at it. Here's another corner, a little bit larger. And here is the last corner. There we go. Whoops. Oh, it helps if you push it in all the way. Okay, I just did that to show you, right? There we go. And that's the corner that she used, the larger one. But you get those 3 options, and it's so easy. And for the money, it's a good value. So, recommendation. So what she has done is she has taken this piece of the topper set. So you can see lots of images on here. And after she cut her card, just the 2 opposite corners, okay? Upper left, lower right. Then she took this, trimmed it down. You'll see the size in the instructions. And then matted it on, and what she used was the rich gold. This is Hunkydory's gold. This is their rich gold. You want to compare it to the metallic gold? Well, that's what it looks like. So it is a deeper or shinier gold. Okay, then she did the corners of that blue piece, matted it on gold, trimmed it to about 1/8 of an inch, and then also chomped those corners to match, so it works really well. And what I appreciate is it's matching the rounded corners of the toppers, which I think was very clever of the woman, don't you? So we have a little girl here and here. We have lifted him with foam tape and then added I'll Be Gnome for Christmas, which is right here. That's going to be glued on top. But this is foam taped in the middle. It gives a little rise. This is the 1/8 inch ribbon again, made into a bow. So super fast, don't you think? On the inside, well, on the inside, she used one of the printed sheets. So same thing, she trims it, does 2 of the corners with the corner piece, corner punch, and then matted it on the rich gold, punched those corners, glued it inside. Now this little strip right here, that is on the sheet. So that's another piece that you can just cut in. Here is have so much fun this Christmas, blah, blah, blah. And we're gonna foam tape that in place. We're gonna put a little bow right there on the cottage. And this little bird is going to get foam taped down here. So you've got stuff going on, but it's just really, I love how everything is coordinated with that punch and how fun that is. And now with this one, you have used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still have enough to do another card or 2 or maybe 3, just depending on how you want to do it. So that's what we have. So for those of us who love gnomes, and I think that's pretty much everyone on the planet, we've got the 8x8, we've got the gnome toppers, and we have that edge-to-edge foil cardstock, which makes a really wonderful combination. So all of this, where can you get it? Well, of course, here at paperwishes.com, but also there's a money saver on the right side of our screen that's going to give you a little bit of a discount if you want all 3 of them, but you can get them separately. Heidi has written the instructions. They are down below, and you can just click on the card. It will take you to the instructions. You can also print them out if you want to. They are also on the right side of your screen. And so this is going to be very fun, and you've got enough time to make these, so we wanted to make sure that that would happen. If you are watching us on YouTube, which I know many of you are, we hope that you will like us. We hope that you will subscribe. Give me a comment. Tell me what you think about this and how you're liking. And if you've learned something new, that would be fun to know. Then please head on over to paperwishes.com. Take advantage of our money saver. Take a look at the products. And we hope that you will join us all the time. We have between 20 and 30 webisodes every single month. That's right, every single month, just for you. Okay, that's it for this time. I want to thank you, as always, Heidi, for doing such a great job, and for you for being part of our Paper Wishes family. We'll see you next time.